Hi everyone, I am Ujjwal Kumar of Class 10 CBSE from Arvind International School. Firstly, I congratulate the students of Class 10 and 2nd PUC who have excelled in their board exams. Now, I like to introduce you to a event that was epic in the history of Indian independence, that is the Dandi March or the Salt March.
Mahatma Gandhi found in salt a powerful symbol that could unite the nation. On 31st January 1930, he sent a letter to Viceroy Lord Irwin stating 11 demands. Some of these were general interest, others were specific demands of different classes, from industries to peasants. The idea was to make the demands wide-ranging so that all classes within Indian society could identify with them and everyone could be brought together in a united campaign. The most stirring of all was the demand to abolish the salt tax. Salt was something consumed by the rich and poor alike, and it was one of the most essential items of food. The tax on salt and the government monopoly over its production, Mahatma Gandhi declared, revealed the most oppressive phase of British rule. Mahatma Gandhi's letter was in a way an ultimatum. If the demand were not fulfilled by 11th March, the letter stated the Congress would launch a civil disobedience campaign. Irwin was unwilling to negotiate, so Mahatma Gandhi started his famous Salt March, accompanied by 78 of his trusted volunteers. The march was over 240 miles from Gandhiji's ashram in Sabarmati to the Gujarati coastal town of Dandi. The volunteers walked for 24 days about 10 miles a day. Thousands came here to Mahatma Gandhi wherever he stopped and told him them what he meant by Swaraj and urged them to peacefully defy the British. On 6th April, he reached Dundee and ceremonially violated the law manufacturing salt by boiling seawater. People were now asked not only to refuse cooperation with the British, as they had done in 1921 to 22, but also to break colonial laws. Thousands in different parts of the country broke the salt law, manufactured salt, and demonstrated in front of the government salt factories. As the movement spread, foreign cloth were boycotted and liquor shops were picketed. Peasants refused to pay revenue and chowkidari taxes, village officials resigned, and in many places forest people violated forest laws, going to reserved forests to collect wood and graze cattle.
Worried by the development, the colonial government began arresting the Congress leaders one by one. This led to the violent crashes in many places. When Abdul Jafar Khan, a devout disciple of Mahatma Gandhi, was arrested in April 1930, angry crowds demonstrated in the streets of Peshawar, facing armored cars and police firing. Many were killed. A month later, when Mahatma Gandhi himself was arrested, industrial workers in Solapur attacked police posts, municipal buildings, law courts, and railway stations, all structures that symbolized British rule. A frightened government responded with a policy of ritual expression. Peaceful satyagrahis were attacked, and women and children were beaten, and about 1 lakh people were arrested. In such a situation, Mahatma Gandhi once again decided to call off the movement and entered to a pact with Irwin on 5th March 1931. By this, the Gandhi-Irwin Pact, Gandhiji consented to participate in the Round Table Conference. The Congress had boycotted the first Round Table Conference in London, and government agreed to release the political prisoners. In December 1931, Gandhiji went to London for the conference, but the negotiations broke down and he returned disappointed. Back in India, he discovered that the government had begun a new cycle of repression. Jafar Khan and Jawaharlal Nehru were both in jail. The Congress had been declared illegal and series of measures had been imposed to prevent meetings, demonstration and boycotts. With the great apprehension, Mahatma Gandhi relaunched the civil disobedience movement for over a year, and the movement continued, but by the 1934 it lost its momentum.
I would like to extend my thanks to Sulaiman Khan sir for giving me this opportunity to showcase my ability. Thanks for watching video. Be safe, stay safe. Let's not leave a pandemic like COVID-19 to become a hurdle to our growth. Share, like and comment.